Welcome back, and here we are, ready to pick from the fields. Good to have you here, always glad to have you here. It is now summertime, and this is the crop of onions, and here is a whole set of things that I can gather. I can finally use that farming skill that we have before we get rid of it at some point with the Potion of Possibilities, but we are a ways off from that, I think, unfortunately, because still got to get this challenge going, and gonna make it as best we can, that's for sure. And I appreciate Dwayne John's comments and ideas and suggestions and ways for me to make it, because it's gonna be a close call, that's for sure. But let's see here, what did I do when I was off camera from y'all? What I did was, first off, I had to double check a couple things. Hold on, I gotta get a cat on my lap real quick, because she's doing that pacing thing where she's like, yeah, I want to be on your lap, but hold on, buddy, I'm not quite there yet. So, let's see here. We have excavation sheds. We have one shy. We'll be able to fill that today for sure. And we have a number. Now, my thought on the stable here, and we'll do this today, because right now we have a couple. And I believe we can sell this one off, and I think that that's actually going to raise some of our diplomacy skill. Right now this is kind of a lackluster skill that I've got that I'd really like to level, since I haven't done much with it. I balanced out the sticks, so oops, here we go, back into here. Reason for being in the extraction is that I wanted to make sure that we were producing the right amount of sticks here today, because keep in mind, we are trying to keep those workers going with our production, and things are going rather well. I'd say that as far as our producers are concerned, look at that, 7. That's awesome. This is the right route to go. I mean, there's just no question in my mind. The stone knives route is just awesome, and today it's going to be all about kind of matching that up. We have only about 2 more seasons, and then we get Yadwiga back in as a worker, and we'll have her back in production again. And let's see here, what else did I do? You can see on the upper left, you can see it kind of ticking from 3 to 4. That is going to be that constant balancing between sticks being present and sticks not being present. So we are on that cusp of being perfectly balanced out. And I think what I want to do before we head out to town, because that is our goal here, we're going to head into town, we're going to go get some things. We're going to do the standard start to the season, right? We got to make sure we get our quest on. We got to make sure that we get our checking in, seeing if any new things are available that are worthwhile. Do some fish selling, do some basic selling of things, and then come on back so that we can run through the day here and probably gather a number of things, right? Like, we're going to need more sticks. We're going to need more stones. There we go, onions. And, oops, I have a cat who's back. Cat is having trouble deciding what cat wants to do. You'll also see that our storage is getting really close to high. So what I want to do, and by the way, I have so many buckets. Oh, do we have buckets? That's okay, because we're going to do something with that. I can definitely take care of this copper ore problem. So we're going to do, man, I keep saying what we're going to do. Alright, got the fertilizer, started the day with that. I took all the rot from the last day, and I definitely dropped that in and took care of it real quick. We are going to be low on linen fabric, but it doesn't look like that's going to confront us anytime soon. Manure is doing okay. We should probably make sure we have a worker on that. Given that, yeah, and I think I turned that one off. No, I lowered it just a bit. We're going to lower this back down a bit. We should be back onto the fertilizer side of things. And I kind of wonder if it's worth taking one of my farmers out of here and tossing him in the barn. He has a high skill. I think that might be worth it. Let's take you out of there. And let's get you into this spot. And the reason for it, of course, is that producing manure at this point would be really helpful. And having fertilizer actually leveling going. Now, we need to double check a thing. Pretty sure I loaded my donkey. No, I did not. That being the case. You get over here, donkey. Come with me. We need to load up before we go to town. Now, I have a few things that can be gotten rid of by the look of it. I think we'll get rid of some of the bags. It's just, we will sell these in due time. And I think a few things that need to happen too. You know, I've got, as I think you saw, I have a lot of limestone sitting there. And that limestone is not doing anything useful at this point in time. And I think it's time to let that limestone be used up. I've been doing a good job of gathering it, having it, and storing it so that it'd be available. Now, that's not going to do anything for us if we don't actually use the darn stuff. Especially if I'm starting to get my resource storages a little low. And our log amounts are getting lower too, since, well, go figure, we have, I should check them now. Our logs are getting lower, which is because we are now choosing to make more sticks. Which is fine, that's for sure. But it's certainly not helping us out. We are going to need to get more logs for more building of things. But I do have a large stack of things to build with, as you saw, up here. And we will take care of that, because I think at this point, I honestly do just need to build more. That's going to be a part of our unlock. Alright, donkey into town, let's roll. It will be a good day to go hunting as well. Simply because, well, I mean, I gotta hunt, it's the start of the season. We need some things. There. Yeah, we'll go hunt these deer up, we'll get that going on. And, I don't know, that'll be our plan. We'll get a few things done. Oh, that's, oh, interesting, highwaymen. It looks like the stick population is too low. Interesting. Actually, highwaymen. Arrow on your head. Oh yeah, you load that thing. That's why, and that's why the crossbow is not worthwhile. It takes way too long to load. He got one shot on me, and it was not even a legit shot. That was awful. Alrighty, well, I'll take some rando loot. Or stone knives. I'll take it. Why not? Oh, you poor guy. Right in the neck. A cudgel. Oh, we have a lot of cudgels. Okay, well, looks like they were... Oh, I see. Interesting. I love it. It is actually a highwayman setup. They have a false breakdown. There's nothing actually in any of this because their goal, of course, is to ambush. That was cool. That's probably one of the most fun POIs I've seen yet on a seasonal change. Like, no joke, that was really awesome. Because it makes sense, right? Like, it's a staging area. They certainly are. Oh, hey, you stay down. They certainly are staging to... certainly are staging to loot from people. But our music is still going. Ah, wow. And here I am just marching around the whole time. Oh gosh, that hit. That hit was a good hit. Oh hey, there we go. And I should have remembered that there's generally 3. Okay, well that was good. This guy, oh, he took some shots, that's for sure. Oh my. Alrighty. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate all of your donations to the cause. Bandits are known for donations. They're known for donating to the cause. They give willingly upon their demise. And the village expands and continues, and... Oh, that's a bear. I don't really need a bear right now. We're gathering up a few sticks because it looks like the balance is not balanced. We're getting out of whack, and... Ooh, I just don't want to go all... I certainly don't want to go all sticks for my woodworkers, I don't think. I'd really like some. I would very much like to have some amount of logs being produced, but I certainly don't want them getting slow production today. That's for sure. And it really does seem like we're right on the edge of production, about being awesome on production and about being under production, just at that edge. So I do think we can get away with just getting some of those sticks in that resource storage and then going from there. Because look at that, now we're down to 3 again. And part of it is that, you know, the resources they're building, or the items they're building, are 2 sticks or 5 sticks, depending. So I think a lot of that is that variance we get between the two, right? Alright. Let's get into town. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. And hopefully there'll be good questabilities. Get some of these sticks. Cross the river properly. Right? Donkey way. And we'll take on some more workers. Because they do have houses to fill. I say we go here first, though. Because, why not? I mean, I have a day ahead of me. And if I can get good workers at the start of it, I should. Hunter and Diplo is not terrible. Oops. Are we exhausted?
There's something
No, darn it.
about that fire.
Especially when it's not there.
And water,
A crafter and an extractor
some
and hunter.
firewood, and a roof over
Hello.
my head, of course.
Hmm.
Damn. Am I
You
too demanding?
are an extractor, and I need that. So you go ahead and go here. Let's do this. Then of course she needs a home, right? I mean, we can't just leave you homeless, right? That wouldn't be proper. Let's assign you a house. It looks like you're stuck having your new house. Now you are a producer. Let's see. Then the question really becomes, do I have any production spots that she can take on? Of course I do. I have these smithies, and I have those workshops. I am a little curious. Kanuta. Let's see what she's doing. That's good for one season, actually. That's pretty good. I do hope the bucket thing turns out to work out.
I'm an experienced traveler.
Alright, you're good. Oh, geez, I'm whipping my ex out on her. My apologies. It's not that it's not that I'm just kind of taking my ex out willy-nilly at you, ma'am. Poor thing. Let's see here. Profession, nothing. And I can't assign her anything. Interesting. Are we beyond the capacity that we can assign peoples? Oh, we're out of sticks and stones. Boy, howdy, that's no good. Okay. Well, let's take care of that. Interesting.
But a shy one. I only travel.
Let's see here. What's going on with this? And it says I can't... Oh. Sorry, guys. It's what it is. You're gonna get used to this stuff, I'm sure. It just, for some reason, I just didn't even see that that was right there. I mean, honestly, it's just that I don't get it either. All right, anyway. Wood jazz, workshops. Yes, boom, done. All right, cool. Well, that's good news because there was a part of me that was just like, oh my god, I can't actually do the thing. Now he does have the. All right.
Hello.
I'm with you, Dwayne John. All right, Dwayne John did mention the whole like, how did you turn down this guy who's got great skill? He's doing fine. And he's, what is he? He's got a 3 and a 3, right? Like, and I'm going to need diplomacy shortly. 100% right. So yeah, we are going to drop this guy into the Hunter's Lodge. All right. What did we need? We needed sticks and stones, and they will certainly break our economy shortly if I don't get more. No major quests standing out. We'll head into town, sell some things off. Do I need a pickaxe? I'm confident that I got it last time. See, look at me. Iron pickaxe at 93. Oh, we're gold. I will need to buy from our herbalist friend, because I do need some more of those things. Howdy howdy. We're first off unloading the things that we don't need. I don't need any of that nonsense. Oops, I needed that. Oh, and I'm still sitting on my onions. Honestly. Just honestly. Stop doing that. Do not need the wooden crossbows. I don't want them. And I do not want the wooden bolts. Okay. Nice.
Price is so low. Good luck.
They are. And I appreciate you. Good luck to you, ma'am. Alright, let's drop these things in Don's inventory since he's the donkey. And he's the best of the donkeys. I have stamina, I have that, potions. Good stuff. Let's take on those bags and let's be done with it. Perfect. And I'm still wearing like the nicest gear for winter time right now, so we're gonna start getting roasty toasty in just a bit. Get that out of here so I don't start selling it off again. You never know me. Alright, there we go.
Whatever you need, see you around.
I appreciate you. Alrighty, then we'll go for here. And let's just sell some things to you, ma'am. I hope you like stone knives. I mean, they're good. They have to be good. Everybody keeps buying them every season. I'm gonna need a bunch of these because we are about to do some mining.
Best goods in the take care.
I'm pretty sure you bought all my knives, right? Yes, you did. I don't need those so much.
Price is so low.
Oh, I see. No.
Whatever you need, see you around.
Alright. Then. I need you here. I need you here. Well, alright, y'all. Let's do this. We'll get some more of these things taken care of. And at some point, I can't wait for that second level of the fishing hut so I can have two at the same time. And also salting fish meat. Because honestly, the salting of the fish meat is going to be great. It'll make it so I don't have to eat that often during the day, which is also super handy. And it really is the best food you can just eat at the early part of the game until you can make tarts. Then even after that, the best thing afterwards is going to be your fish tart anyway, since it makes it so you basically just don't need to eat for the day. Which is super handy. And I know at first when I started playing the Oxbow version, I never even thought about the food. And I remember in my first series, I had an early person following me who was giving good advice on things and was saying, hey, why don't you just eat the things? And I'm like, why would I bother eating the things? It's just food. And then, of course, I hadn't actually read them in great detail. And then sure enough, I read it, I'm like, holy crap, some of these foods are just OP. They're just great. Alright, you there. I am tempted to buy the fertilizer, but it's not the hugest thing in the world. I'm hoping we have that online. I am about to use all of that. I'm going to use all of that. Planks is not the... it's the edge of my interest in buying. There we are. And from here... I kind of do, but, you know... Hey! You know, dude, honestly, I'm standing still. I'm overloaded. Don't get mad at me. Everybody's here just to stare at the guy who carries too much crap. Like, we heard about this guy. He overloads himself, and he just stands around all day. And he's got the best donkey in the land. You know it. You absolutely know it. Best donkey in the many lands. Oh, I know, Don, but, you know, it's our lot in life, man. You're a donkey, you carry stuff. I'm the guy, I build stuff, and also carry stuff. Alright, we'll finish you off with the fish.
Have a good day.
I will, and you know it too, because I'm going to be doing a bunch of mining. That's always the most exciting thing in the world. You always have money. You just do. You just always have money, and I want it. And I also want a rye beer.
Whatever you need, I see you soon.
Alright. We're starting it off now so that the intoxication runs out by the time we get home. Alright, let's go. Wow. Huh. Some very, there they are. Freaking pigeons. Tell you what, look, it's raining. Everybody else is outside. You can be outside too, alright? Let's be... Ooh, yeah, I got you, buddy. I got you, guy. You just watch out. Thought these pigeons were slackers. They think they don't have to be outside in the rain. Unacceptable. Everybody has to be out in the rain. Especially you, pigeon. Alright, Don is way too close to being overloaded, so his speed is too low, and this allows me to gather sticks in the way. So we're gonna run up to this way. Get it. Foxes. Oh, the quest board. Interesting that I would forget that, isn't it? We'll be back. We'll be back. I think what we'll do... Here, let's turn this into a day of producing. And what I mean by that is... I'm sitting there and I'm saying I've got too much copper, right? Oh, by the way, I did my big thing was I was going to raise the building limit because I'm sitting here at the edge of my ability to build more, and I'm going to expand the kingdom at some point later on. We will expand the kingdom, and I will be raising the building limit after the challenge is done. Because right now it's not in line with the challenge. Because the challenge is to get to that level using rules as written, right? Using the rules as we stand. So for now, we're going to keep the building limit the way it is. And in due time, I'm going to raise this limit because I want more. I want more buildings. I want to expand the kingdom. I want it to be... I do have a whole, I have a series of areas that just have not been explored at all, right? Like, I talked about how I was going to have my multiple layers, my multiple levels of different housing districts, and those are definitely going to be a thing. But for now, I am going to wait on that until after the challenge is done, just because it's not really... It doesn't fit. It's not in line with it, right? It would be bending the rules ever so slightly, which is to say ever so clearly, right? Not just ever so slightly. It's clearly bending the rules. It allows me more buildings, which means I could just min-max the building side. Okay. I do love that I actually have a food storage here. That turned out to be very handy. And I know I have 2 Rybeers in Don, and part of that is me working with how I know I work. Which is that I am fully aware that I will forget that next time. And if I just have it there, it's there. And I can take advantage of it anytime I want. Alright, apples give a quick healthy regen, and that gives stamina. So, let's do this. Alright, we need sticks and stones. So what's going to happen right now is I'm going to do a quick gather. I'll see you on the other side of that. Alright, y'all. Welcome back. So what I did is I got a bunch of sticks and stones, and I dropped them in there. Now, we also ran into an immediate problem, a wonderfully acute problem, if you will. And, oh, first off, if you're going to eat your foods that regenerate health, remember to eat them over time. In other words, I should have eaten an apple, waited 5 seconds for the health regen to stop, and then eaten an apple, waited 5 seconds for the health regen to stop, eaten an apple, waited 5 seconds for the health regen to stop. So just as a side note, you should do that. That's just a thing I did as an impatient, quick, knee-jerk thing. I just rushed through it, right? So that's a thing, right? It happens. Now, we are low on leather, like I said. So our first little cure here, we're going to get through here, gathering sticks, since we're ever so slightly behind on that. I just dropped 92 stones in our inventory, or our resource storage. And what's going to happen here is we're going to very quickly drop on down to where the moose are, grab some leather real fast, and that'll take care of my hunting this area at the start of the season, since this is really, honestly, just the best area to hunt. It's so convenient for me, given that I have resource storage here, and I'm right by Peacelovia, and my first village was just basically at this thing. So this is just too good. Hard to pass up. Oh, shoot. Shooting at the rumpus does take it down, but it is going to take it down real slow. You'd be a porcupine by the end of this, man. Alright, and then the other ones probably did a circle around me. Alrighty, we will willy-nilly shoot arrows into hireable villagers. That's going to be a miss. There we go. Now we're in a good spot because they're right in line with each other. Oops, that's a little ahead. That's a hit. And I think one more and we do it. No, 2 more. Oh my goodness. Moosapine. Porcupine moose. Quills everywhere. All the arrows that you can wear. Alright, local archer takes down moose. You can see the article now. After throwing arrows all the way into our local people who could be hired on. Local village head takes out villagers he can recruit. Ooh. Would you like to be a part of my kingdom? You have an arrow in your head. I'll come back when you're better. Well, anyway. Here's our first good collection of leather. That's going to be a nice amount. 15 is pretty decent. Pretty decent. We can get by on that. Next step, I didn't do the questing board, obviously, and that's a bit of a problem. And we can get there. It's not gonna care if it's the start of the day or the end of the day, is the big thing. So we'll just nab a few sticks and stones on the way back. I think at this point I don't have to get the sticks. And I can wait till later to get more. Bonk. We'll run Don straight into a tree. Watch out for that tree! Ooh. George of the Jungle. I was a kid when that one came out. But I remember watching that cartoon. Some of y'all, I mean, like, think back to your youth. What was a cartoon that you remember watching that you know, like, barely anybody's going to remember this thing, or you have not even have a clue? I'm just curious. Throw it in the comments, because that's going to be funny. I remember George of the Jungle, because that was just, like, this super old school cartoon that was so bizarre. But I do remember, George of the Jungle, friend to you and me. And then, oh, watch out for that tree. Ooh. What a hoot. Oh, the old cartoons. Alrighty then, we're gonna make ingots. I'm guessing, at this point, we are doing bronze knives for our quests, or bronze hammers. But I'm gonna get a whole lot of copper going on here. What's gonna happen now? I'm gonna go into town. I just picked up the straw hats, as you could see in my inventory, because I hadn't remembered them. Go figure. And now what's gonna happen is I want to bring them from here. I want to sell them. We're gonna make some cash. I know a bunch of people still have money in town. We're gonna end up making a mass collection of things here, since my inventory is getting absolutely stacked full. Now, is it a better thing for me to go double check and see what quests are available? Well, yes. I mean, why wouldn't it be? What's going to happen, though, is we're just going to get a start on this so we can get this rolling. And I do also have to do a whole lot of mining in this evening. Since, oops, that's a miss. Oh, you know, I'm not doing that trick. Here, y'all. See, I find myself doing these things. I kind of balance myself between Sengoku and this. So I gotta, like, get my mind back into things. In Sengoku, there's a shift click that does a great thing. And I know I get great reminders from people, and I always appreciate that because, you know, it's me playing. Boom. And hopefully it's y'all, as you're learning. Some of y'all already know this game well, and you're just, like, watching. And I hope it's good fun. That's my goal, make this fun for y'all. But I hope also some of y'all learning things as we go. Because I know I do, here and there. Learn stuff. Boom. There we go. Get ourselves over there. Carrying capacity is still maxed out, which is part of why I want to do this now, since I do have the rye beer working nice and heavy. And it does look like we're going to be in a spot where we're going to be making some copper tools, and just leaving it at that, since we have a overabundance of copper. We have a large amount of tin, which is fantastic, great. But not enough to make enough bars. Be dropping those bars of copper. Here we go. Now 65 bars of copper is going to do us just fine, thank you very much. This ought to make a few things. Pretty sure we're good on scissors or the folds. Pretty sure we're good on axes for at least a while. I know we can make knives, which is a great seller. It's a great seller. It's a good price point. People love it. Local vendors buy it every season. Run out of money on it. How are we doing on weight? That's cutting it down quite a bit, and I like that. That's good to go. And this limestone, obviously, we're going to do something with that. Low on planks. I wouldn't mind buying the planks from town just because. Just because it'd be nice to have it done. A little bit more stuff on hand, you know what I'm saying? There we go. We'll call it here. We'll go into town, we'll check the quest. Honestly, I think I could just make either one of them and call it even. Because I think it's going to be about 14 knives last time. I'm guessing it's upper, you know, maybe 16 at most now. So we'll make some copper knives. Make some bronze knives. We'll call that good. Maybe I'll make some bronze hammers, because I'm pretty sure bronze hammers get asked as well. So let's do that. For copper tools, we'll build 16 of them. Because I do think that that should be fair, right? I do think that that tends to be an amount they ask for. I don't have the bronze on me. I need my donkey. You there, donkey. Good to see you. Nice. Oh, do I still have the meat in my inventory? Yeah, a little placeholder in my brain said go into the food storage. And it is what it is. Oop, there we go. Now with these cheeses, which is nice, I won't have to use my potions anytime soon. And luckily the potions don't really weigh too much. There we go, and that'll overload me. Let's drop the copper bars a little closer to the actual workstation. And it looks like we are now at that magical time of night where it's time to go make things and move on back into town before everybody gets to their houses and I can't sell stuff. I always have the bartender, of course. But I don't necessarily want to only sell to him. One of those will do. Oop, there we go. Down, let's go. We gotta roll. Oh yeah, will I be back? I will, and I better not break that down now. I'm gonna break down that workstation. That workshop, that is. It's not serving a purpose anymore. At this point, it's just another building at the limit, and I gotta get rid of it. I'm gonna keep the wells, so you may notice that I have an overabundance of wells. So, I remember from Uber Miley's video that for extraction, he found that... Ooh, we're running over the fox. For extraction, he found that people working at the wells is actually a really great way to make money. Or, not money, make experience. Sorry. So that's kind of a thing. That's why I want to do that. And I'm going to keep up with that one. Alright, what do we got? That's too easy. Copper arrows. Oh, ooh, nice. And I have to build bows. Interesting. Rye grain, no question. Bronze hose and copper hose. Wow. Quite interesting. I like that coincidentally just is the best thing that just happened, right? Like, what's the thing I need to do? I need to use my resources up. What just happened? All of these quests are basically use up your resources. Cool. We'll do great with this. The manure, I think he said 16, right? Let's go for that. I mean, I could buy all of it, right? I probably don't need fertilizer. I probably don't. Maybe we just won't. Let's just go for it. Let's just assume we'll be okay. I'm willing to buy the planks at this point. I could buy the rye grain while I'm here. I mean, honestly, it's one less thing to turn in later and one less time for me to come back.
Can I interest?
You can interest me in all kinds of wares. You know you can. Alright, we'll find out how cheap I am right now. Says the guy with 34,000 coins and no end in sight to how much he can get. It said 123. Not worth it, because I can't even finish it up anyway. Well, and you... Oh, you can't even afford my knives. You can't even afford the stuff I got.
Have a good day.
Alright, buddy. Donnie, you're gonna have to carry some stuff. Oops. Silly fool. There we go. And straw hats, there we are. Alrighty, let's get the fertilizer. We fertilized this guy. It's a prank, but it's a good prank. Because it's a prank that ends with me getting credit for turning stuff in. There you go.
Have a good day.
Suspicious.
Hail.
Super suspicious.
Can I interest you in... See you soon.
No, no you can't. Checking you out, buddy, apparently. Alright, you. Come on over. I got things for you. Hats first. Hats first. And then knives second, because we have them.
Goodbye.
We still have the exotic goods vendor, and this whole selling stuff is going to help us ultimately, since it's going to raise our diplomacy skill. So slowly, though.
So long.
Oh, so slowly. Oh, looks like he's tanked. Poor guy. Good start to your day, buddy. Good start to your, well, end to your day.
See you soon.
I think we did learn that he's kind of our consumer, right? Like, he's our go-to guy for the boozing. I don't think you can afford anything I got. Yeah, because we've already been to you.
Good luck.
Your wares never disappoint, let's be real. Alright, onward we go. So, the quests are going to take us a bit of time, and it's good, because it requires us to produce, and it requires us to use the things we've got, which is even better. I'm a fan of that, because anytime I can actually make use of the resources I have, it's just the better. Alright, so we had a bunch of copper, and we had a bunch of bronze tools to do I'm going to tear this beast down because, number one, we don't need it. And number two, it's going to give me logs. And some of the things I need to build require logs. So go figure. It's going to accomplish multiple tasks all at the same time. Boom. Done. One less building. Okay. Now it's time to pop that potion. Welcome back at the end of that little skip right there. That skip is because I do have that grandfather clock in the area, so I got to make sure that I check it and make sure it doesn't go off right in the middle of what I'm doing. So that was me saying let's pop a potion, and then here we are on the other side of it. Alrighty, I need Dawn up here because I have things to unload. Rubber knives can go, logs cannot because I'm building with them. Straw is pointless. I will need more logs. I'm pretty sure we had a lot of things to make. Oh, I love this carrying capacity stuff. Donnie's got to get over here because he's got manure and stuff on him I need to unload. Now, let's start checking off our list. Arrows, I can build that in no time. Copper spears, axes, bows. Copper spears, okay. I don't think I have that unlocked yet. Oh, you know what I need to do? I have those. I absolutely guarantee you I have that. Okay, bronze and copper hose. That's the thing I know I need to build. Oh, I don't even have the copper hoe unlocked. Right. Okay, my memory lasts for instances. So 5 of these and 6 of the other. I don't have copper bars, but I do know they're around. Alright, copper bars, and it was 5 of these. There we go, let's get this going. I suppose at this point, I'll see you on the other side of the fast forward, because you're not going to have too much fun watching me just do this stuff, I don't think. So I'll unlock some things, and then we'll get these built. There'll be 6 of those. And let's do this. Alright, welcome back, and this is me rushing to finish this season off here and do it as I try to do this episodic by day, and I'm like, ooh, it's 3 in the morning, it's technically not the next day yet, let's go. So, we're going to take all these things, and by the way, where did I get all the stuff? I made the copper axes, I made the copper hose, as you saw. The spears have been just sitting around, because I found them in different locations. So, when we look at this, do we have that one set? Ooh, I need one more copper spear. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. That's not the one we want. Look at that, I was one shy. So that means we're going to need some of our linen thread. And we're going to need a log. And we're going to need some copper bars. We spitting bars, yo. We're spitting bars. I mean, not really, but still. I'm hip. I got this down. I got the riz. I got nothing. Alrighty, so there we go. Let's unlock another schematic for 150. Oh no, whatever. That's what it is. So I had 4 copper spears sitting around. Bam. That takes care of questy number 1. This is not completed because I got a problem. And that stone, that hose, we got all the hose.
Move on.
We got hose. So now we're going to go turn these things in real quick, have that done. I'm going to head back to the village. I'm going to bust out the limestone. We're going to do some fast upgrades around the village just to get that thing done. And then that's going to be the day, right? And that's going to be a heck of a day. And we're going to sit here and say that our character really, really needs the end of the season for sleeping, because it is ridiculous how much this person does not sleep. Oh, right through the middle. Too bad I don't have a spear. I could have jabbed him as I went. Thank you. Watch out. Donkey comes through. Okay. Bronze hose. Who's the person who wants this turn in? It's not who I'm expecting, is it? There it is. Dear when he's just stuck. There you go. You got hate. Whoa.
Have a nice day.
That's the green one. Now you. I thought I knew. Well.
How is life
Ooh, looks like it hit some sort of temporal vortex there. We got trapped back here again. I realized I'm like, no, that's silly. I'm not going to leave the thing sitting there. We're going to go take care of that. We're going to have that quest done. We're going to come back here and we're going to sell our rag grain later on. Yeah, we can come back here because we're going to go finish that quest off over here. We'll be back in town again. Tomorrow, next day, we're going to finish off the Saving Private Augmenter quest. That's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do here, it is the start of a new day, but it's not the end of the episode yet. what I want to do is I want to wrap up this episode based upon what needs to get done. We're at the start of the next day. It's what it is. Ooh. You seem shady. Yeah, okay. Friend.
Are the parties between seasons.
I see that you have a lot of skill with building, which is not bad. Ooh, you are a crafter, and you're actually 10 years difference than one of my people. Done. That is a worthwhile thing right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have him move in with our 19-year-old, which ooh. Let's not have you here. We'll have you go here, which is unfortunate. You're really close in age. That's even closer. No, no, no. That's a no-no. So, no, no, no. Alrighty, we're having this guy move in with our 19-year-old because then they'll just be buddies, not potential mates. Alright. And the small house was... I gotta check which house she was in. Is she the 99? 99.5. You're the 99. Oh, it's 2 99.5s. Done. Hoping for the best. And then you're a producer. And a farmer. And I don't want your farming skill. I want your producing skill, that's for sure. So we check and we see that we do have the blacksmithy. Do I not want that? Okay. You are going to end up doing this one. I'm going to upgrade that smithy. That's what we got to do when we get back, that's for sure. As a very unfortunate turn of events, we'll put you here temporarily. It is not good enough. Okay, there we go. Now, that's going to do it. No, you need resources. You're going to need linen. I know it. Oh, actually, wool thread. I didn't tell you to make that. Why are you even telling me you need stuff? Probably need leather again. We'll go on that. And I'm guessing we need stones. Of course we do, because that's where we're at. Alrighty, that should be one of him. You're also a producer, so we can take you on. And let's call it... Unfortunately, you're going to go here, and you're going to be in a good spot for that. You are going to need a home for producing. You're a farmer slash producer too. Let's check that blacksmithy. I said blacksmithy, that's funny. Let's check that smithy. What can I do with you temporarily? Just max out the knives. Let's go for it. Just go it. You go it, man. Y'all, I'm gonna just wrap it up here and say that this is our start for the episode. When I see y'all again, I will have... I'm gonna do that quick... Whee! Nope. Missed my opportunity.
How are you?
Oh, fantastic. You... these people, they're just keeping me guessing. Because that's not the same guy. It's just not the same guy. I know it. Oh, Don. Don says, I want a chance. Alright, you got it, Don. You got it. We'll do this. We can do this together.
Giddy up.
Yo! Boom. Yes. Nice. That's my vaulting donkey. Got skills. Mad hops. Alrighty. Well, y'all, I'll see you in the next episode. At this point, we've gotten the quest turned in, and in the next episode, we will complete some things. I'm going to go to Skowkie to check out what kind of workers we have there that we can take. I'm also going to upgrade that smithy before the next day gets too far in the way, or on the way, because I want to make sure we have good workers for that. It's going to also turn out that we need to wear less clothes. Yep, there's that. Put on some shoes, that's for sure. And I do believe that we'll want to wrap up our quest for the rye grain. And what's going to happen with that one is I'll just break down the material from our home and then bring it in. I think before the next episode, though, I am going to go into this area and I'm going to hunt. You know exactly where it's at. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hunt the moose and the bison and just have that done so I have leather for the day. So that's not a thing that needs to take up our space for the day. I did get a lot of resources out of the mine. I've almost completed... Oops. Just dropping corpses. It's, you know, Cthulhu's on his way. We've already seen the cult, so we know he's on the way. And it's going to be limestone time right up there. Those houses are going to be the ones that get the upgrades, and every other at the shoreline, because I do have a future plan for that area, and I do not want all of the houses to stay all bunched up like that. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you being here, and as always, look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
It's hot.